Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd. Our long national nightmare is over. We know who the Fantastic Four are going to be in the MCU, and I'm not impressed. Also, all joking aside for a moment here, I got it wrong. Myself and many others, we did our predictions for months and months and months when we teased. We said there was going to be race swaps, gender swaps, sexuality swaps, although Johnny Storm could still be Flame On. We don't know. We shall see. But I was wrong. And Disney gets a point for making the cast white. The Fantastic Four are white. Yes, Pedro Pascal is a man of Latin descent, but this is a white cast, so whatever. I look at these guys and I go, because they didn't nail it. Full disclosure, I have a bias towards the Fantastic Four in general because I am not a fan of Reed Richards. He never did it for me as a kid. I always found him to be the emergency lever of Marvel. If something's gone wrong, don't worry, Reed Richards will fix it all. He'll make a miracle happen. That never appealed to me. His character never appealed to me. I did like The Thing, but that's about it. Never had a thing for Sue Storm, and I could give two shits about the Human Torch. But I can take my bias, and I can put it over here along with my current hatred for all things MCU, and I can put it over there as well, and we can be objective about this. So we're going to be objective. Pedro Pascal, he's not a strong actor. He's a mid-level actor. He doesn't have a lot of presence. Variety will say he's in demand. He's in demand because the morons at Disney listen to people who scream on X Twitter going, Pedro Pascal's daddy. That's who they're listening to. I do not believe he is a strong actor. I don't think he can carry a movie. I don't think he has the presence to be Reed Richards. And I can say that objectively. Even though I don't like Reed Richards, I can still respect him as a character and what he can do and what he can command. And Internet Daddy Pedro Pascal, this tiny little man, cannot be Reed Richards. Don't have the juice. Vanessa Kirby. I don't know who she is. I can honest to God tell you I do not know who she is. I guess she's been in stuff that I've never seen over the past few years because I distance myself more and more from current entertainment. I could say at least she looks the part. Well, guess we'll see if she's a decent actress for it. Also, she doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me. Nah, I'm not. The fire is not lit. Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. I also don't know who he is. I have no idea who this guy is. Well, so you kind of miss. If I don't know who you are and I've never seen or heard of you, and I've been around the block for a lot of years, even people who I don't watch, I at least know who they are, and I can at least say I have an opinion on seeing bits and pieces of their performances. I don't know who these people are. You've lost something. And as far as Eben Moss Bachrach goes, I do know who he is. I've seen him in bit parts over the years. He doesn't really move the needle for me either because he is kind of nothing as far as I'm concerned. At the same time, let's be honest, he will be in mocap CGI'd for most of the movie once he transforms from Ben Grimm into the Thing. He's going to have to sell it through likely voice modulation. He's going to have to sell it through his voice. And I don't know if he has that in him. There's your Marvel First family in the MCU, and honestly, they missed. I will bring my bias back into place now. This needed to be perfect casting, because who is your best person to win over? Me. Not just as a real MCU fan or a superhero nerd, but a superhero nerd who's not a big fan of the Fantastic Four. If you had given me a perfect spot-on cast and I went, damn, you know what? That's the Fantastic Four. That is the Fantastic Four. I want to see how it's going to play out and see if you can actually make me like them. That's not this cast. That's not this lineup. I am as disinterested. In fact, Pedro Pascal puts me off even more because I don't like him as an actor, and then more bias, I don't like him as a human being. And therefore, I don't feel any urge to separate art from artist because he's not that good an artist. As for the other three, it's a meh. So once again, they threw their Hail Mary pass, and Marvel Disney has dropped it. And maybe they know they've dropped it because they pushed it back to July 25th, 2025. Whew, that's going to start off their year for Marvel movies. They're going to wait until the summer to drop their Marvel movies next year, followed by the Thunderbolts, who cares, Black Falcon, Captain America, and then the Blade movie that isn't a Blade movie. Listen, if this is your lineup for 2025, you're in for another rough year. This year, all they got is Deadpool and Wolverine, and that's what they got next year. I do not think there is enthusiasm for this. I don't think anybody's going to be busting down the door, busting that block to get in line to see this. And this movie's going to cost easily $250 to $300 million, considering all the CGI that's going to be in there. We don't even know who the villain is yet. It could be a giant monstrosity CGI Galactus. It could be a Victor Von Doom. And they would have to nail the Dr. Doom casting. And I don't think they have that in them either. We also know that it's going to be directed by Matt Shakman, who did WandaVision and Monarch Legacy of Monsters. WandaVision, which is terrible. Monarch Legacy of the Monsters, I haven't seen that, but I've been told it's boring. So this doesn't fill me with confidence. And as far as these guys, Josh Friedman, Jeff Kaplan, Ian Springer, by Sunday, we will have a collection of probably what they've worked on, and we'll know whether or not they have the chops. So join us Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern for the Roundtable, where we're going to break this down with a couple other comic book nerds. This is not exciting. This is, in fact, boring. This is not something I think anybody is going, yes, yes, if you are a true fan of the Fantastic Four or comics or the MCU. Disney has fumbled again. They're never going to survive. The MCU is done. Deadpool ain't going to save it. This is definitely not going to save it. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because, say it with me, facts and logic do not care about whiny fan, fake fan, and SJW fifis. Hit the notification button to my videos if you like what I'm preaching, and by all means, leave a comment. Love to hear from the true passionate fan out there. Are you excited for Internet Daddy Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic? I know I'm not. I don't care what you think. I do not care what the stands, fake fans, and SJWs have to say, because 201, they're all cowards behind keyboards who actually cream themselves over Internet Daddy Pedro Pascal. You can keep him. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.